Gemini, welcome back to Wild Lotus Tarot. This is going to be your abundance update for November, where Gemini, we look at all things work, career, money, opportunity, abundance, that can come in financial forms. Sometimes, it might be an abundance of love. That's not my intention with these readings, but obviously if it's all cups, we will be dealing in the realm of fulfillment. So we're just going to see what the message is that comes out. Gemini, I'm going to start this time with the Angels of Abundance, then draw you an overarching tarot card from the Moonchild Tarot before getting out the aspects with the Rider-Waite clarified by the Star Child Tarot. So let's see what might be coming through for you. Ask for your needs to be met. The angels can come to your aid, but only if you make a free will choice to be helped, and it begins with asking. Doesn't matter how you ask for help, but only that you do so. The same holds true with clearly asking other people to assist you. So there's no shame in asking for help, Gemini, and just know that you can ask the spirit realm, your angel team as well, but keep in mind they reply in subtlety, the angel numbers, the subtle signs and synchronicities. So of course you need to be paying attention and tuning in order to actually see, feel and hear those responses. Let's get one more of these. There it goes. It is safe for you to receive. Well, keeping on the theme here, the more you allow yourself to receive, the more resources you have available to share with others. Open your arms to receive and be a conduit for good coming to you and through you as it blesses the world. So, you might be starting to cut through some self-limiting beliefs around abundance, maybe healing your money story here. And Gemini, the cards are really saying that it's absolutely fine for you to have your needs met, and maybe extending the energy out and actually asking for that as well. Let's get your overarching tarot card. Interested to see where this is going for Gemini, please. That was a stack. I'm just waiting for that one card. Although the Seven of Wands that just showed itself, is a real card of feeling like you might have been going against the current for a while, or having to kind of push uphill. It can be a card of struggle, of challenge, and I'm feeling that is where you're coming from, and you're starting to shift into that receivership, that abundance mindset. Queen of Wands. Yeah, I felt that the Seven of Wands was more your past energy. You are shifting. Like the Queen of Wands is actually a master manifester, and she's a real entrepreneurial visionary energy. She does link to Aries, Gemini, and what I love about her is that she's operating instinctually, and instinctually she knows what opportunities to put her energy, her fire, her passion and enthusiasm into that are going to deliver for her. It's a real energy of having your eyes on the prize and paying attention to the opportunities that are coming your way. It is Queen energy, whether you're male or female, which is, mature, dynamic, compassionate, intuitive. It's a real power energy. So I really feel, Gemini, I'm feeling a shift up in your energy. That's why I didn't take that Seven of Wands. I knew it related to your story, but for me, it's not what you were moving into. You're moving away from that. Okay, let's get the cards out here for you, Gemini. Beginning with the recent past, leading up to the present. What has led you to the situation that's unfolding here, if this is your reading? Waiting for the first card to fall or flip. I will be then choosing the aspects. I know there's a bit of shuffling at the start. Yes, absolutely. Turning your back on the past. That's what I was feeling, guys. This is the point of change. Blocks, obstacles, and challenges. I've got the Page of Swords, the advice from Spirit or Tarot. Wow, 10 of Cups. I love that. And outcome energy here. I have the Two of Wands. Guess what's at the bottom of the deck? The Sun. I really feel that you are turning a corner into a really bright new chapter. Let's get a couple for money specifically, money investments, resources just before I grab the clarifiers. So I have got the Nine of Cups. Absolutely beautiful. Oh, here it goes. It did want to be seen. Wow, finances are looking incredible for you. Let's get the clarifiers, Gemini. Clarifying the Three of Wands. On that one there, okay. The Tower, yeah, that's what we're moving on from. That's what we're moving on from. Three of Wands again clarifies the Page of Swords. Clarifying the Eight of Cups, I have the Eight of Wands. Clarifying the Two of Wands, I have the beautiful Temperance energy. We've got the Star at the bottom of the deck, guys. Yeah, you are absolutely coming out of the worst of it, coming out of a Tower moment for some of you, and it could have been in the deep past for some of you. I'm not necessarily feeling like this has just happened because of these cards here. You know, it's safe for you to receive. I think you've been running maybe a money story or a limitation for quite a while, but something has shifted in your energy for sure here, Gemini. So in the past, leading up to now, Three of Wands in the Tower. Yeah, so the Tower moment could have been the loss of a job. It could have been an investment that went bad. Could have been a debt situation, or just, you know, a real, I'm feeling a real, like a hiatus of opportunity, maybe a time where we're a little bit in the desert and there wasn't really a lot happening. Just, you know, feeling like at a bit of a dead end, you know, a bit of a means to an end for some of you as well. I'm kind of thinking, am I ever going to find my fulfillment and my abundance? You know, it just doesn't seem to be here. And, you know, I think that there was a Tower moment that maybe caused that story around abundance for you and that sense of scarcity. However, you know, the Tower is that hidden blessing because it is leading you on a journey, and maybe you had to kind of go through that in order to really get that fire under you to be open to the change. So that's the Tower there. And just coming back to the fact, you know, that I finished this deck here on the Star, Gemini, is that the Star is actually the card that follows on from the Tower in the Major Arcana. So it's already saying that, you know, we're out of the rubble. This is the rebuild stage for you. I also have Temperance here, which follows on from the death energy. We're in Scorpio season as well, so I feel like there's a big cyclic completion, maybe a karmic completion here for you, and all the cards here are saying that you're actually at the turning point. Maybe some of you are actually a little bit further on from the turning point. You're already manifesting new dreams, new desires, new abundance here, and it's saying with the Sun card and the reading and the 9 and 10 of Cups that you are absolutely on the right track. And you're on the right track if you know, have disengaged completely from the past situations, from the things that may not have worked out for you and the stories that you might hold around scarcity. So the person in the Three of Wands is kind of at that crossroads where they're starting to invest time, effort, and energy in a new direction. It's about creating something new that is going to be much more aligned for you. And it could be an entrepreneurial journey for some of you with the Queen of Wands here as well. I think you've kind of got your eye on an opportunity or a business idea and you're getting ready to go for it. And you may have already started, because the person in the Three of Wands can see those ships on the horizon, Gemini, and they are already the beginnings of tangible success, of achievement, and it's so close that you can feel it. And you're kind of thinking, well, maybe it's a good thing that that Tower fell, because this is something that is starting here that I'm going to be fully in control of. You know, I'm actually creating my own destiny here, and one that is not only going to be financially abundant, but also deeply fulfilling as well. Now, blocks, obstacles, or challenges, Page of Swords with the Three of Wands. Yeah, I think it's because it's in its infancy, and that this is in the blocks, obstacles, or challenges. And sometimes when something is kind of in its infancy, we can kind of slip into, oh, there's such a big journey ahead. Those ships are only just on the horizon. It might be a while before this becomes, you know, actually really financial or that I can actually like leave my mundane day job for, or whatever it is for you, that, you know, sometimes we can backtrack, sometimes we can sabotage situations. So we must make sure that we keep looking forward and we keep dreaming the bigger dream. Yeah, we're kind of stepping into the unknown here. We don't really know how it's all going to turn out. There's a bit of a shadowing of the Fool's journey here, but you know, you are being guided in this direction, especially with the Sun in the reading. And the Page of Swords just says, hey, you know what, you are at this point of change. You know, this is the winds of change for you. When I see this card, I always get that vision of, you know, that boat out on the ocean where, you know, maybe you haven't been able to see land for a while, you haven't really been able to navigate, but the wind is starting to pick up in those sails, and it's at a turning point where it's going to change your course and head you towards where you are supposed to be going. As another interpretation here, this can be a child in the mix as well, the Page of Swords, that, you know, obviously when there's children in the mix, we can't always just make the decisions and changes in our life that we're called to in the time that we're called, because we have other considerations as well. So that's just for some of you. So in the advice from Spirit or Tarot, 8 of Wands and the 10 of Cups. Oh my goodness, and it's very positive energy. We do have quite a bit of Wands energy in this reading, which says it is really time to put your fire behind this, Gemini, passion and purpose. With the 8 of Wands, for some of you, I feel there's going to need to be some type of a relocation, and it might just be I'm relocating place of work. For some of you, it might be I'm actually needing to move towns, move states, or something like that. The 3 of Wands also kind of shows, you know, that traveler who's maybe getting ready to cross land, to cross seas, and the 8 of Wands can be that air travel as well. But the 8 of Wands is also a communication for some of you. It can be a message. Maybe you've been waiting to hear news about an opportunity, about an investor or something like that is going to help you get this off the ground. And if so, I think the answer is going to be a big yes, especially with the Sun in the reading as well. So it's, you know, the real sort of classic meaning of the 8 of Wands is that it is swift change. It's change that happens quickly, because I feel like things are all kind of starting to get to that tipping point. So I was getting distracted because I did realize that I had dropped one of the cards from the Moonchild Tarot under the table, and it's also the Page of Swords. So there could also be a communication that needs to happen as well, but it's really saying that those winds of change are in progress for you, and it's leading to such a good place in your life. I mean, we have both the 9 and 10 of Cups in this reading, and these are very, very high fulfillment cards: joy, love, harmony, satisfaction. And of course, you know, if we are abundant in our opportunities and in our resources, that's what helps provide this kind of life for us. And your best life, you know, will be different for all of you, but for some of, you know, for many of us, it's a beautiful home, partner, family, children, and also having the time to be able to spend. I mean, there's no point in having, you know, an abundance of finance if we have had to trade all of our time for it and we don't have time to enjoy it. So that's kind of what I'm seeing, that you're heading towards the ultimate reality here. There is change on the horizon, could be relocation, and there could be a communication that is coming in for some of you. And it's interesting because the 2 of Wands is also speaks of, you know, other lands, travel, and it could be actually working online for some of you, a shift to working online with the 8 of Wands and the 2 of Wands here as well. So don't count that out. And also, if you are facing, you know, physical business that has taken a downturn this year because of pandemic, how can you package your skills online? It's a great time to really be thinking about turning your work into that medium and doing something that you can work from anywhere as well. Because, you know, here we see somebody who has the whole world in their hands, but they're in their home. So that's a strong message that's coming through. But ultimately, the 2 of Wands is about multiple pathways opening up for you and maybe having to choose between them. there is kind of that feeling here of like we're still keeping our options open from the past, not burning any bridges, but the characters in these cards have a firm grip on the Ace of Wands, which is the new beginning, the passionate new beginning, the beginning that is going to make you feel energetic about going to work, about your business. You know, between the Queen of Wands and all these wands here, are definitely feeling that you're going to have a lot of energy, a lot of enthusiasm, and potentially a new passionate offer coming in for you. Sometimes the Two of Wands says, are you willing to leave a comfort zone? What are you willing to let go of or leave behind in order to fully seize the opportunity, you know, to kind of really get out there and to create more abundance for yourself, which is interesting because Temperance, as I mentioned earlier, follows on from the Death card. So there could be something to be released, a slate that needs to be cleared in order for you to fully embrace the new here. But Temperance, you know, this is already the calm after the storm. This is already the soothing energy. This is the guidance forward. So is the Sun. So you are being guided in this reading. Temperance is also about getting the right ingredients together in order to move forward on the next path. So if you are going into business, new job, or seeking a new opportunity, what can you do to make yourself the best candidate or have the best chance? Is there an online course you need to do? Is there somebody you need to connect and communicate with and bring into the mix? You know, do you need to update your CV, your resume, whatever you call it in your country? And how can you come out on top? How can you stand out from the crowd? So it's all those kinds of things. It says that you're really getting back on your feet into a place of mental, emotional, and physical well-being, and also getting ready now to receive. You know, we've got these two beautiful cups here. We're being guided forward. There's change here. There's new opportunities coming in. You've got the vision and clarity of the Queen of Wands. So it's really just about, you know, now feeling the fear of any of these limitations that might be holding you back and taking the plunge. So over here in money and investments, Gemini, look at this. Doesn't really get much better than this. The Sun and the Nine of Cups. So if you have been waiting for something to pay off, absolutely it could. There could be an increase in finances this month. It could also say that, you know, moving towards this kind of more passion path with your work, with your career, is going to pay off in the long run. It's going to pay off in terms of satisfaction and contentment. When we're content with what we do, then the abundance follows. The Sun is kind of a card of healing. I feel like you're healing your money story, healing any limitations. You've overcome the obstacles. The worst is behind you, and the future just looks so much brighter, Gemini. And I think very soon you can be really proud of where you've come from and where you are now. So it looks absolutely amazing here in money and finance, investment here as well. Okay, Gemini, I'm going to leave it there, and I do hope you enjoyed your abundance update for November. Really, really positive. I think the worst is over. You are rising from the ashes of that tower and creating something far greater for yourself. So just keep in mind, it's a general reading for the collective. It won't be everybody's story in its entirety. If you're called to share, leave me a comment. I do read them all and try to respond to as many as I can. Helps me get to know you guys and connect with your energies, and I will see you back here throughout the month for plenty more readings.